Good morning. Happy hump day. Today is Wednesday, and we are going to continue reading our story, Junie B Jones and Her Big Fat Mouth. Remember, they're having career day at school, and they're all dressing up like what they want to be whenever they grow up, and they've met a cop, and they've met a dentist. But right now, Junie B Jones keeps using words that are not appropriate. Appropriate means they're not the right word to use. In a setting. Remember, we talked the settings where the story takes place. Well, Junie B. Jones is at school and she keeps using some mean words with her friends. So that's why this story is all about her big fat mouth. And today we're going to learn about three words. The first word is called depressed. If you're feeling depressed, it means you're feeling low or down or sad, right? Feeling depressed is not a good feeling. Look at that little boy, right? Junie B. Jones, when she was on the playground, she was feeling depressed, remember? Because she got in trouble in school. It says the boy was depressed because he couldn't go to school. So if you're depressed, you're sad, right? Let's count how many letters are in that word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters. And we talked about syllables last week, depressed. If we clap that word, depressed, we get two syllables, two parts of that word. So if you're trying to spell that word, we always talk about if you're trying to spell a really big word, if you break it into syllables, it will be easier to spell. Depressed. The second word is famous. I think you guys probably have heard this word before. Famous means that everybody knows you, right? If you watch Peppa the Pig, she's famous. Everybody knows her. If you watch Paw Patrol, you know all the characters. They're famous. Famous is someone everyone knows. When I grow up, I want to be famous, right? Singers are famous, movie stars are famous. So if you're famous, everybody knows you. So we have the word depressed, which means you're sad, two syllables. And then we have famous. Let's count how many letters are in that word. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. And if we cap that word famous, it also has two syllables. Famous. Famous means everybody knows you. So when we say famous, we're going to go famous, right? Everybody knows you. And the last word that we're going to learn today is sigh. And a deep audible exhale. If I go like this, that's a sigh. It means I'm letting out all my air and I'm kind of being loud about it, right? Usually when we breathe, you don't really hear it. But when you sigh, you're like, oh, right? A deep audible exhale. The tired woman let out a loud sigh after her walk. If you're tired sometimes, or if you're frustrated or you're angry, you might be like, oh, that's a sigh, or that's a sigh. So when we hear the word sigh, which has 4 letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, let's clap it. Sigh, one syllable. Sigh means that you're letting out a deep breath and it's kind of loud. So let's practice. We have depressed, famous, yeah, everybody knows me, and sigh. Okay, so those are the words we're going to listen for today. When you hear those words, you're going to wiggle those fingers so that I know that you have heard the story, the words in the story. So today we're going to read chapter 3, Me and My Big Fat Mouth. Me and my big fat mouth. Let me move this a little closer so we can see. And remember, we're listening for the words depressed, sigh, and famous. After school was over, me and my bestest friend named Grace walked to the bus together. Remember, her and Grace ride the bus together every day. Except for that, Grace kept on wanting to skip. You know, when you skip and you kind of like jump. And I didn't. How come you don't want to skip? She said. Me and you always skip to the bus. I know, Grace, I said, but today I have a very big problem inside my head. And it's called, I don't know what job I want to be when I grow up. I do, said that Grace. I'm going to be Mickey Mouse at Disneyland. I did a big sigh at her. Yeah, only too bad for you, Grace, I said, because there's only one real alive Mickey Mouse, and you're not him. That Grace laughed very hard. Mickey isn't real, silly. He's just a mouse suit with a guy inside, she said. And so just then I felt very sickish inside of my stomach because I didn't know that Mickey Mouse was a suit. That's why. So Grace just told Junie B that Mickey Mouse is not real. There is someone inside his suit, right? Like if you go to Chuck E. Cheese and you see the mouse, right? Someone's inside there, just like Mickey Mouse. So now she's feeling a little sad because she just learned that Mickey Mouse is not real and she thought that he was real. Why did you have to tell me that, Grace? I said, real upset. Now I feel very depressed. So she's feeling depressed because she just found out that Mickey Mouse is not a real mouse. It is a make-believe mouse. Then I hurried up on the bus and I scooted way over by the window. Look at her face. She's feeling depressed. Except I couldn't get any peace and quiet because everyone kept on talking about the dumb old job day. So she doesn't know what she wants to be when she grows up. So she's like kind of getting nervous. I'm going to be a famous singer, said a girl named Rose. I'm going to be a famous baton twirler, said another girl named Lenny. Then a girl named Charlotte said she was going to be a famous painter. Famous painters are called artists, she explained, and artists are very rich. Remember, rich means you have a lot of money. After that, I felt a little bit cheerier, because guess what? Grandma Miller says that I paint beautifully, that's why. Hey, maybe I'll be a famous painter too, I said. I'm going to be a prison guard, said a boy named Roger. My Uncle Roy is a prison guard, and he gets to carry the keys for the whole entire prison. A prison is like a jail. So this little boy named Roger said his uncle works at the jail. Then my mouth did a smile because one time my dad gave me a key to the front door and I unlocked it all by myself. And I didn't even need any help. Hey, maybe I might carry keys too, I said, because I know how to use those things very good. Just then William raised his hand very bashful. I'm going to be a superhero and save people from danger, he said. Remember, William is the little boy and has got this always crying, so he's very shy. And so then I jumped right out of my seat because that was the bestest idea of all. Me too, William, I hollered, because that sounds very exciting, I think. And so I'm going to save people from danger too. Then that mean Jim, the boy that she does not like, jumped up at me. Copycat, copycat, you are just copying everybody else. And anyway, you can't be 3 jobs. You can only be 1. He made a growly face at that boy. I am just being 1, I said, very angry. It's a special kind of job where you paint, you unlock stuff, and you save people. So there, haha on you. That Jim made a cuckoo sign at me. Junie, he said, Junie B Jones. There's no such job like that in the whole entire universe. Yes, there is too. Do you see how the author wrote all those letters in uppercase? That means that she wants you to yell it when you're reading. The character is yelling. You big fat Jim, I yelled, and it's the bestest job in the whole wide world. There's a picture of them on the bus. And there's Junie B. Jones yelling at Mean Jim. Right? There's Crybaby William. All right, let's find out. He crossed his arms and he did a mean smile. Okay, then what's the name of it? He said. Then the bus got very quiet and everybody kept on waiting and waiting for me to say the name of my job. So she said she's going to be a superhero that saves people, but that they paint, they unlock things with keys, and they save people. Except for I just couldn't think of anything. And so my face got very reddish and hottish, and I felt like PU again. See, told ya, said that mean Jim. There is no such job. Told ya, told ya, told ya. So Jim's not being very nice. After that, I sat down very quiet, and I stared out the window, because the sickish feeling was back inside my stomach again. That's why. Me and my big, fat mouth. Okay? So we learned inside chapter 3 that Junie B Jones, one, was feeling depressed because she didn't know what she wants to dress up as for job day. And she learned that Mickey Mouse is not a real mouse. And so she was feeling very depressed. Okay. And then all the kids were talking about all the things they wanted to be when they grew up, and they wanted to be famous. That means when they grow up, they want everybody to know what who they are because they're so good at what they do. And the last one is sigh. Remember, Junie B. Jones was sighing because she was not feeling all that great because she did not know what she wants to be for job day. So tomorrow we will read chapter 4, and chapter 4 is called Dumb Ollie. I don't know who Ollie is, but we're going to figure it out tomorrow. All right, you guys, have a great day. Stay safe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.